DJ Kash make the girls want love. Under the influence, making love under the influence. Yeah.
Hot 1079, Atlanta's #1 hip hop station. DJ Kash, the fly Haitian kid in the building, man. And you know, Sunday nights we represent for the Caribbean crew. Thing called Under the Influence right here, Hot 1079. You know what I'm saying? And I got my dog Majah Hype in the building.
Facts, I'm in the building. What's going on, Atlanta, Georgia? What's up? All the surrounding areas. What's good? It's your boy Majah Hype, the king of Caribbean comedy. I'm here.
King, I'm sorry, I keep messing that up.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, you
I'm
know,
sorry,
it's
dog.
all right. It's a long title, so I mean, you know, not everybody likes to say it. You know what I'm saying?
And you got the homie Fredo with you, right?
Yeah. Fredo, my brother. You know what I'm saying? He in the building. What up, Fred?
Up through there, you know. I'm just happy to be here. It's an honor and a pleasure.
That's right.
That's what's up, man. I'm saying it right. The Caribbean king of comedy.
The king of Caribbean comedy.
See how I keep messing that up? The king of Caribbean.
Is we finished
comedy.
or is we done?
Yo, so is that gonna be a tour next? Like a
not really. I mean, you know, that's a name that the people gave me. You know what I'm saying? That's not a name that I came. That's not a self-proclaimed name. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I mean, my tours is always different. Last year was the Are You Dumb tour. This year was the WTF You From tour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what I'm naming this tour this year, but I know that we got a lot of things in store.
You know that was the perfect thing to name the tour because nobody does know your nationality.
People know, but they don't know.
Which you mean like people from Brooklyn who grew up with you know?
Yeah, people know, but they don't know.
Like, regular
you know
people don't know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I mean...
I think one day we should have a big reveal party.
Oh, we
10 years from now or something like that.
I don't know if it's going to be 10 years. I don't want to give myself that long. But a lot of people know, a lot of people don't know. But what I do know is when I'm sitting on that Jimmy Fallon, what's his name?
Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Or Jimmy Kimmel.
Or Jimmy Kimmel.
Right.
When I'm sitting on that couch on one of the major networks and they interview me, then I'll tell them where I'm from.
Jeez. So we got to take that to be like...
I mean, you know what? For me, I feel like it's the importance of where I'm from
doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter.
Right.
I feel like we had so many years of segregation as Caribbean people that we need more unification right now.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? Like strength is numbers, right? So if we gonna have the Jamaicans over here and the Trinidadians over there and the Haitians over there, we segregated and we not really serving a purpose as a unit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the whole demographic got to represent, and I've noticed a lot of that happening when I set out to do these things. You know what I'm saying? Like before, you wasn't hearing about St. Lucia music, you wasn't hearing about St. Vincent music, you wasn't hearing about compa, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it's all a melting pot. Right. You seeing soca artists doing songs with dancehall artists. You seeing Afrobeat artists doing songs with dancehall artists. You seeing soca and St. Lucian and Grenadian Job. Everybody is now one.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I set out to do, you know what I'm saying? And I just felt like it was a absence there. Right. You know what I mean? So now that we have that, I don't really care about the where you from thing. Like that was back in the days. Where you from? You know what I'm saying? I went to high school in Brooklyn where Haitians wasn't even saying they was Haitian back in the day.
They wasn't.
He was like, where you from, man? I'm from Jamaica.
Yeah.
You are not from Jamaica. I'm telling you, man, I'm from Kingston, man. You are not from Jamaica, bro.
I do, man. I eat beef patty every day, man.
I eat beef patty. I eat that saltfish there, aki, man. Yo, you is not
but
Jamaican,
I feel like if you're Caribbean, you could kind of really find out if you probe a little. But like, you have children, right?
Yes.
How many children do you have?
4.
See, now you lead them borderline Jamaican. See what I'm saying?
Why?
Like a little 5 and better, you Jamaican.
You is dragging it right now, bro. Because you know Haitians be having 2 families.
I'm front.
Jamaicans Haitians be having 2, 3 families. They be like, I have to go to Margaret house to see how the kids.
This is true. So, yo, me being a DJ, right? I found something like, it's crazy how when I discovered you online,
right?
The connection I made was because I'm a DJ, so I made a DJ connection.
Right.
So when I seen you, first and foremost, I grew up in New York. I'm a Brooklyn baby. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised in New York.
Okay.
When I was a little older, I went to like 4 different high schools. I couldn't go to high schools.
Yeah,
I
got kicked out of like 2 schools.
Exactly. So I had to finish in Hempstead, which was no better.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Which was no better.
Facts.
But I bring that up because, you know, me growing up, being a DJ, like, and being a Caribbean youth, like, I always looked up to Massive B. Massive B was and is my favorite sound of all time to this day. You know what I'm saying? I know people could argue with me, whatever.
Yeah,
but that was my era. So that's who I looked up to.
I mean, I was a big fan of Massive B before I started DJing on Massive B sound.
And there you go. See, that's why. So when I seen you online, I was like, "Yo, this you used to play on Massive B sound."
Yeah, I remember standing outside of Callaloo trying to carry Bobby record cases in just to get in the club. I used to be like, "Yo, Bobby, you need help with them record cases?"
Word.
And I was the record case carrying guy that was outside of Callaloo all the time.
Yo, so how did you end up on Massive B sound?
Well, first I've been DJing for years. Like I remember going to My 11 and selling cassettes in the lunchroom.
Word.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? I used to sell cassettes in the lunchroom back then, and you know I've been DJing ever since then. But I started on the main sound that I started on was a sound called Black Magic. After Black Magic, I started my own sound. I had a sound called Arsenal, me and my boy. Then we later went on to Libra Love Machine.
Libra Love is another big sound.
Yeah, then I started DJing for Libra Love, and that's where I kind of built my name at. You know what I'm saying? And God worked in mysterious ways, bro, because I feel like all of that DJing that I was doing and being in front of a crowd and knowing how to command a crowd and all that type of stuff, I think it was really getting me ready for what I'm doing today. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like everything was a stepping stone for what God was really preparing me for, that was really going to be that thing.
Because the Soundman is kind of a stand-up comedian in some aspects.
Yeah, I mean,
he's up there making fun of people and
you know
all
what I'm saying?
Right.
Telling the gal them for broke out and which gal don't look good and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was just all comedy within itself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then after I left Liberal Love Machine, I started doing my own thing, Major Hype as a movement.
Right.
And Bobby called me one day and was like, "Yo, son, what's up, son? What you doing, son? I need an MC, son. What you doing today, son?" And I was just like, "Yo, I'm available. What's up?"
Right.
And we went somewhere. I think we went to Boston maybe or somewhere, and we shelled the place. And the first night we shelled it, he still ain't put me on the sound. He was just like, "Yeah, son, here go this $150, son. Yeah, go ahead, son." And you know what I'm saying? I was like, "Wow, this is lit."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Easy money.
Easy money. You know what I'm saying? And then the second time he called me, he was like, "Yo, son, I need an MC, son. I need to go upstate Albany, son. What's up, son?" I was like, "Yo, I'm coming." So we went, shelled the place again. He was like, "Yo, son, what you doing, son? Like, you playing music for yourself or what? What you trying to do?" I said, I'm with whatever, bro. I'm trying to get to the bag. You feel me? And he was just like, "Yo, man, you on Massive B now, son." And that was just it from there. And you know, me and Bobby was we was like the duo.
Right.
So Jabba and Chutney, they played everywhere, and me and Bobby, we would play everywhere. But Bobby was more on the international side of things.
Right.
So Bobby, we was going to Germany, we was going to Sweden, we was going to Norway, we was going to all of these wild places, all of Europe. We going to England, we going to Japan. So I saw the world like 3 times already. You feel what I'm saying? And then now seeing it on my own as Major Hype the comedian, it's like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
it's insane, bro. Because I'm telling you, I was bugging out. I was like, "Yo, this you used to play." I know he used to play sound, bro.
Definitely.
So it's bugged out. It's dope to see the transition. You know what I'm saying?
Man. You know, I mean, I feel like everybody got their calling, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's for you is for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No matter how much people hate, no matter how much people try to deter your journey,
right?
What's for you is for you, bro. And once you stay focused on that path that you got going for yourself, there's nobody that could stop that.
Right.
Once God says this is for you, there's no one on the face of this earth that could stop it but you.
Yo, so living in Brooklyn alone, like I always tell people, you're more likely to run into somebody from Sri Lanka than you are from Texas and Brooklyn.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like,
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you living in Brooklyn, growing up in Brooklyn, and then traveling the world, is that how you got to master all these accents?
I mean, you know, Brooklyn is one of the most diverse cities in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Aside from Toronto. So I mean, you know, everybody who lived in Brooklyn or lived in New York knows that you go higher up in the Bronx. You in the Jamaican area, bro.
Right.
You're gonna meet a few Trinidadians and that, but you in Jamaica, bro.
Right.
233rd and White Plains
Right.
and all them place that your dad's yard.
If you in Flatbush, you
Your
in
dad's
Little
yard.
Haiti.
You know what I'm saying? You in Flatbush, you going by Clarendon over there, by
Right.
Notion over there.
Right.
You come on, man. You have to eat the tasonin. You have to get the lombinin. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, it's just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Bahamians, like people from Virgin Islands, everybody is there. You know what I'm saying? And if you went to school in Brooklyn, then you definitely met friends that they probably was born here, but they probably of Caribbean descent. You know what I'm saying? So you go by your boy crib, next thing you know, you find out, oh, he Guyanese. You know what I'm saying? You start hanging out by his crib, you hear all the accent and everything, the slangs and everything, and you know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's one of the ways that I've learned, and a lot of people don't know, but I play music.
I heard you play like 7 instruments.
I play 7 instruments, right? And I could play by ear, and I could also play by reading like music. I read notes.
When you say you play, like, some dudes be like, I play the piano, and then when you get to the piano, you be like, oh, when the saints, like, bling, 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 bling.
Well,
bling,
I
and
can
you
tell
with
you
one
this,
hand.
right?
Or you could play, or like.
Since I was 8, my grandfather used to bring me on stage at like New Year's balls and Christmas balls, pause on the balls. But we used to go to those places,
What
the
the fuck? What
events.
your grandfather do? Jeez.
But he used to bring me on stage, and I used to play like this because my main instrument is the alto saxophone.
Right.
So I mean, I ventured off into the trombone, the
Kenny
clarinet.
G ass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. So at 8 years old, that was like a thing for everybody to see this 8-year-old kid playing in a band. You know what I'm saying. So I've been playing instruments since I was about 8, 9 years old, and like we play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. Like I said, I could read sheet music and I could play by ear. Like there's no song that I can't hear and not play it on the piano.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
So what's the most, what you call it, like I guess requested character? Because every girl I know love Mitzi.
Yeah.
Every
Mitzi
girl I know be like, I love it when you do Mitzi.
Well, when I first started doing these sketches,
right,
there was only one person that was doing sketches aside from me, and that was Trabas.
Right.
Trabas was doing his sketches, but he had his boys in his sketches.
Right.
He had multiple people in there. He wasn't playing characters.
So you had to play the Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, he wasn't doing characters or nothing. He was just doing funny videos with him and his boys.
Yeah.
Right? And I was just like, nah, I got to stand out from that. I can't just come and do the same thing that he doing.
Exactly.
So and the funny thing is, I wanted to do skits with other people, but they wasn't fulfilling the part like I wanted them to.
Word.
So it was like, nah, you not playing it right, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll do with a girl, and I'll be like, shorty, your acting skills is lame.
Right.
Like, come on, what's going on? And I ended up started doing all of the parts myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then the first character that I created was the Ross.
Word.
That was
the first one I seen.
Yeah, that was the first character that I created, and then he had to get a partner. His partner was Grandpa James.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it just went on from there. You know what I'm saying? It just went on with Adam, the Caribbean Watcher. It went with a whole bunch of stuff. I try to reinvent myself a lot because you in this day and age that we live in, and people are very fickle and they get tired of shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, you know what? I got to keep on reinventing myself.
Right.
I got to come with different strategies, different plans. Like, I used to do the Caribbean parents be like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And stuff like that. Right. And then it went into real life situations, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Then it went into the nail salon, how people, you know what I'm saying? So it's just reinventing yourself and staying consistent and creative is what really keeps you abreast in this situation.
How do you move that to stand up though? Because bro, you see so many people that's funny on IG, and you see them on, you be like, bro, nah, just stick to IG, bro. You know what I'm saying? You be like, nah, bro.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people who are IG funny, right? You can watch it, and they got millions of followers, right? And you will look at them and be like, whoa, they hilarious on IG. Put them on a stage and say, yo, let these people laugh for 20 minutes. They're gonna have a hard time.
So how did you make the transition?
Really and truly, somebody just called me and asked me if I do stand-up, and I was like, yeah. I never did stand-up a day in my life, but you was paying me.
That's
I said,
Brooklyn,
yeah.
So Brooklyn.
You said, you know what I'm saying? And that back then, Back then, they was giving me like $300. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? To be up on stage for an hour and a half.
Right.
So I'm like, wow.
Robbery, but
And I'm thinking to myself, I'm making money. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm like, $300? I'm lit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know where I'm coming from with it. You know what I mean? And it just started working out for me. And I started to watch like a lot of stand-up. Because I always was a fan of comedy.
Right.
I always was the class clown. I always was the joker. I always was the person that wanted to make everybody laugh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was always gigging on people. So that was just part of who I was as an individual, right? But going on stage, that was a challenge. But I also watched a lot of stuff like Richard Pryor. I watched Larry Joseph. I watched Oliver.
Right.
I watched, you know what I'm saying, so much people, Springer Lang. I watched, Eddie Murphy.
So you did your homework.
Yeah. You got to. I mean, if this is what you want to do and this is your craft, and you always gotta grow. And I don't care who you are. I don't care what your status is. You learn every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm always open to learning. You know what I'm saying? So I always really just gave myself a fair chance to fight and do what I do, because really and truly, at the point in time where I started doing comedy, there was a lack of Caribbean comedy at that time.
Definitely.
Because everybody knows Oliver, everybody knows Springer Lang, everybody knows Larry
these
Joseph.
Guys are years,
but they not our era.
Right.
They not our era.
Right.
Like Oliver, I respect Oliver to the fullest, but he's not my era.
Right.
I remember watching, him as I was growing up, but I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? I was a little kid watching Oliver. So when I saw Oliver, I was like, yeah, it's funny, but I was getting in trouble for watching it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So our era really didn't have that. It was a void there. So I was like, you know what? We need, because I one thing with me is that I always represent for the Caribbean. And one of the things that I didn't like was that everything that came out of the Caribbean or was Caribbean representation was about drugs or killing.
Right.
And I'm like, there's so much more to us than just selling drugs and killing people. Like, we got so much more to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the most jokes happen within the Caribbean community. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So I'm
Very
like,
true.
we got to show them different sides of us. We got to show them comedy. We got to show them love. We got to show them, drama. We got to show them action. We got the ability to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to bring to the table. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm going full-fledged.
That's dope. That's dope. And like, how do you come up with your whole lineup? Because everybody that comes on before you is, I'm talking about, extremely funny. We got Fredo here today. Like, this dude had me crying. And he's not Caribbean, but he knows how to blend really well with the Caribbean
I'm
scene.
gonna tell you this, right? I'm gonna tell you this, and I mean this wholeheartedly from the bottom of my heart. No comedian puts fear in my heart. No comedian. I don't care who you are. You could be Martin Lawrence. You could be Dave Chappelle. You could be Chris Rock. Whoever you are, you're not putting no fear in my heart.
Right.
And that goes with who you put on your lineup. Because a lot of comedians ain't gonna put funny people on their lineup.
Right. Just so they can shine.
Because they don't want you to steal the show from them. Right. I believe that if I'm putting together a show, I want my fans to come out and enjoy the show.
Right.
I don't want them to be bored until I come out.
Right.
Because that don't make no sense to me. I got 4 comedians and they bored until Major Hype comes out. Like, no, I want the people to come and I want them to really enjoy the show and be like, yo, Major put on a show tonight.
Right.
And the dudes before him or the females before him ripped it too. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I met Fredo on a trip. We was doing a show in the Bahamas. Yeah. And I met Fredo in the Bahamas and we just clicked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Him, Miss B, I think there was somebody else on the show.
She's funny too.
You know what I'm saying? And we just clicked. So for me, I don't really have fear when it comes to like putting a hot comedian on my show, because for real, really and truly, I feel like I got a lane of my own anyway.
Right.
What I'm gonna talk about, Fredo ain't gonna talk about.
Right.
What Fredo gonna talk about, I ain't gonna talk about.
Right.
So I mean, we understand and we respect each other's comedy. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who come on the stage before me, pause. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to, you got to understand that the fans come to see Major Hype regardless.
Right.
So seeing Fredo, that's Fredo time to shine.
Right.
Because he's building up his clientele. He's building up an audience for himself.
Right.
So build that audience. You know what I'm saying? But the people are here to see me too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not intimidated by nobody or no comedian at all. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Fredo, how does it feel getting up in front of all these Caribbean people? Because we we different. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
dark in there. All I got to do is be funny. I
Yo,
fail
let me
with
tell
the
you
jokes.
something. Not to cut you off, but Fredo got this opening line that always catch people, bro. Like he'll walk out and like 5 people be clapping like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and he be like, yeah, all right, y'all stop clapping real quick when I walked out here. They looking at me like, I don't know, I ain't never seen him on nothing. And then he be like, that's okay, cause I ain't never seen y'all on nothing either.
Yeah, I seen that.
They stop clapping quick. It be horrible clapping. I'm talking about. I'm like, damn. I can feel that, you know.
Listen, you was joking on me about you know, a dude when he be like, you recording, you filming or whatever. Fredo still sell DVDs.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
You know why?
yeah.
Because the world hasn't seen me yet.
Right.
So, right?
Well, he 44 with fronts. So I mean, he got a grill at
Goddamn
44 years
44.
old, but I
I'm only
mean,
36 years old. What are you talking about here?
you still too grown to be walking around with grills, bro.
Hey,
Oh man.
I love it. Those trophies, baby.
Nah,
you know where I come from.
Man, I appreciate you coming through, man. You know, my show, you know, I represent for the Caribbean crew. I'm the king of Caribbean radio in Atlanta.
Well, let me tell you this, bro. I really appreciate you.
Nah, thank
You know what I'm
man.
saying? And for us to have somebody up here that's representing us in the right way,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that because, you know, when they say they got a Caribbean DJ, he might come up here and play Murder, She Wrote.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, what are you
That
playing?
ain't it.
Shout out to all my Caribbean people. I know this is a good girl. Her name is Maxie.
Yeah.
Bro, that was in 84, bro. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So it feels good to know that we have somebody out here that's representing for the Caribbean. You hosted my show
Thank you,
in
bro.
Atlanta, and I appreciate you. You did a beautiful job.
Thank you for having me,
Great
bro.
job.
And it was
Thank you.
amazing. Shout out to my brother, Safari. Congratulations on the newborn baby.
My dog.
He's out here too with us. So, you know, we out here representing, bro. You know what I mean?
Man. Dope,
That's
man.
what it is,
Appreciate you coming through. Fredo, you too, my dog.
Man, thank you, man.
Appreciate y'all,
Bless
man. DJ Kash, the fly Haitian kid, under the influence, Hot 107.9.
DJ Kash make the girls want love. Under the influence, making love under the influence. Yeah.